So g'day guys, Steve from Dirtbike and Old Days Adventures. Just out on a Sunday cruise. Just doing a bit of a test run. I did that ride to Wonnagatta about 6 or 8 weeks ago and come back and I was hurt. We've been riding a lot of rocky, lumpy trails for all the morning, and then we sort of toured back home back home, which took a good sort of 2 or 3 hours riding. So I sort of got back and I was pretty sore, you know. Obviously a bit to do with the rocky roads being been riding, but the seat was pretty terrible. I was getting a bit sick of the noise, and yeah, it was just, I didn't find it very comfortable. So I just wanted to come out today and just go for a cruise, sit on the bike and just get a better feel for it, really focus on, you know, wind noise and wind buffeting and the actual noise from the motorbike and that sort of thing, and just I guess make sure that I'm happy with my decision. I've taken the bike as far as I can go. It's a great setup, make no mistake, it's a great bike, but is it an interstate bike? Is it going to be comfortable for interstate runs? Always tempted to go to the next size, the T700, the F800s, the BMWs, you know, those sorts of bikes. But obviously they jump up a fair bit in weight. So yeah, it's a compromise, I guess you say. So yeah, today it's just about, you know, just testing the bike and going, I'm going to ride for a couple of hours and see how I feel. I've already been mucking around with the wind a bit, and you know, just standing up and sitting down, and I'm pretty happy with the Ride A screen. I'm not getting a lot of wind. It's a very still day today, which helps a lot. So pretty happy with that. But I've done 3 things. So I've actually put the original seat back on. It hasn't got the original seat skin on it, but it's the original seat straight away. It's a much better seat than the Ergo seat the Power Parts Ergo seat that I bought. So that's a win straight away. As soon as I got back from Wonnagatta, I put the silencer in the exhaust. So I put half of it in the wind's exhaust anyway. I didn't put the silencer cone down in the header pot. I just put the decibel killer in the end of the muffler. So again, that's much better. And the third thing I've done is removed the B&B aluminium bash plate. There was a lot of resonance coming from that, and straight away I can notice that as well too. So I'll certainly be making some changes after this ride. So I think I will buy a plastic bash plate for it. But as I said, it's basically, you know, is this the bike for me? Will this do the interstate work? Will it take me to like you know, over the border and up to Birdsville and that, you know, all those big rides that I want to do? Or am I just going to get a sore ass and get sick of it really quickly, you know, is the question. So anyway, enough waffle. So I'll turn the camera on and off a few times, but obviously this is one of my favourite rides. I love coming up over the top of the Scenic here. But I'll head down the coast somewhere today and just as usual, find a latte and no vanilla slices. I'm still trying to lose weight, and find a latte and then just loop back on a different road. So, but all pretty scenic riding really. It's, again, with the ride we did with my brother a couple of weeks ago, you know, half an hour up the road and we've got all that beautiful bush to camp in, and you know, beautiful creeks and rivers to camp on, and we go half an hour this way and you go into the Scenic and it's beautiful winding roads, and you know, another half an hour from there you're down to the coast. So very lucky in this area. So yeah, today we'll go for a ride, and I'll rate the bike as a touring bike. Beautiful view up here. Always just slow down going over this crest. See for miles. That's where we're heading, people, that way. We'll head down to Leongatha. The Scenics in all their finest. We'll head down to Leongatha and go ahead across the sort of Welsh Fork, come back via Mount Tasman, I think. It's a loop I'll do. Yeah, beautiful view through here. Always slow down and just put the visor up and take the time to smell the roses. Anyway, we'll keep going. Sort of see the back of Wilson's from there. Beautiful, beautiful peninsula sticking out into the, as I say, the Tasman or the Bass Strait. Great camp spots. Pretty tightly managed though. Like a lot of the big popular national parks these days, there you pay a fee for everything, so not a place you necessarily go on an adventure motorbike, but good for a Sunday cruise maybe. I think old mate's let me pass. I think we'll go down and have a look at the jetty. Haven't been here in years. Wow, look at that. I haven't been here for years. Quite a nice little, oh, it's got a sore ass, that's for sure. Quite a nice little tourist sort of setup now. Lost. Looks like we go left. So just having a look down around Mans Beach, like Port Albert, Port Welshpool, Port Albert, Mans Beach, but I think I've probably had enough. It's after 5 now, I'll probably head for home. I've been on the bike for a couple of hours now. I'll probably pull up into Yarram and grab a coffee and a bloody maybe a chocky bar or something, but yeah, I think we'll go to McLaughlin's Beach. It's only 14 k's. Then I'll head home from there, I think. Oh right, okay, nice little jetty there. One boat. Pretty quiet though. It is late on a Sunday now. Tide's obviously coming in. Yeah, interesting. All very interesting little places. Yeah, just a little fishing village with little fishing shacks. A few permanent residents now. Ah, yeah. Oh, cool. It's actually got quite windy now, guys. Actually getting buffeted. A bit of a southerly breeze has come up, I think. Although I'm not absolutely 100% sure it's southerly, but yeah. I think we'll just stop for a quick break here. Fuel light's on, so I've probably done 250, 280 k's or something. Probably grab a coffee, as I say, and then we'll just beeline it for home. Quite a long time since I've been to Yarram too. Doing a bit of reminiscing today. Obviously a very successful town at some stage. Double-storey buildings are always a sign of that there was some wealth here. There's plenty of double-storey buildings. Quite a nice little town. All pretty quiet now. Oh bugger, bakery's closed, no vanilla slices. So full of fuel now and head for home. Grab a coffee. Oh, I know where I am. Wow, that was all forest last time I come here. You're not going to believe this. There you go. There you go. Tipping this is all whooped out, but anyway, we'll have a crack. It is all whooped out. Get over the tank and rail the boom. No, I won't. It is whooped out. At least I can say I've had the 690 on a... Oh god, it hell's bells, it is whooped out. At least I can say I've had the 690 on a... oh geez, you'd rail that, wouldn't you, on a dirt bike? Had the 690 out on a motocross track of sorts. Geez, I'd like the 390 here, to be honest. No, I'm not going to give it to her. Oh, geez, that's heavy. That is heavy. Take the inside line, I think. There's Loyang over there. Yeah, she's pretty whooped out. But there you go. Very whooped out. This is more my style. G'day guys, Steve from Dirt Bike and Old As Adventures here. Just out on a Sunday cruise, just heading home now. Basically wanted to take the 690 out and do a bit of a, I guess a test run where I just rode it continuously for 2 or 3 hours. So I did a loop from home across the Stresleckies, down through Leongatha, Foster, Welshpool, Port Albert, went to Mans Beach, McLaughlin's Beach, never been down that area before. And then just come back up to Yarram, filled up with fuel, had a coffee, and I'm on my way back over through Gormandale back to Traralgon. So just a bit of about a 4-hour loop, I guess, with a bit of mucking around. So I've done sort of 2 or 3 hours already, probably about 200 Ks. And I just wanted to do a little bit of a test run. Is the 690 going to be comfortable enough for touring? So that's the big thing at the moment. This is what I love to do. What I've done today is what I love to do. Just jump on the bike, go for a Sunday cruise, 2 or 3 hours, have a coffee, 2 or 3 hours home. That's what I love to do, but that's also what you do when you're out and about, all the camping gear on, and basically away for 2 or 3 weeks on the bike. So today's exercise was really about trying to make sure that I'm happy with the bike. Overall, I'm happy with the bike. It's a great bike. They're a well-made bike. I've got my panniers set up and my duffel and the Rade tower, it's all set up as well as I could. The only thing, as I said today, there was a few things I was just sort of working through. Aluminium bash plate. I just put a silencer in the exhaust and put the original seat foam back on. It's just got a temporary skin on it, but just to see how it was going to go. Overall today, I think it's been a success. I'm still a little bit proppy, a little bit sore, but I've done probably 3 hours riding now. I'm okay. So you do 8 hours riding in a day, you're starting to feel it though, I'm sure. A couple of things have come out of today. Obviously this quieter exhaust is much better, happy with that. This seat, the original seat foam, is much better. Happy with that. I'll get rid of this ribbed skin, I'll get an original skin back on it, and that'll be really good. What I thought was the resonance coming from the bash plate, which was the third item, was actually the tyres. These Dunlop 606s at certain speeds tend to whir a bit. They have quite a high pitched whir, and it sounded like the resonance coming from the aluminium bash plate, but it's actually not. It might be a combination of both, but today no aluminium bash plate, and I was still getting that, I guess you'd call it a high pitched whirring sound. At faster speeds it doesn't do it. At slower speeds, around about the 80 to 90, it really is quite noisy. They're quite an aggressive, I'm not going to say motocross, but an aggressive tread pattern. So I might just next time go to a bigger block knobby, so to speak. So they're not a full motocross knobby, but they're well on their way. So we might look at changing the tyres next time I do a tyre change. Overall, the bike's gone pretty well. The debate I'm having, of course, at the moment is, do I go to a twin, a T7 or an F800 or something along those lines. That's the big debate I'm having. Is this am I going to be able to ride this comfortably to Mildura this afternoon, or you know, Birdsville over 2 days, or go across to Goog's track or something like that. We've got a couple of trips next year. Pardon me. We've got a couple of big trips next year, and I really want to ride the bike there. I don't want a car and trailer the bikes to a closer location. I'd really like to ride the bikes if I could, but I'm not sure this is the bike. So that's what today was about, just having a bit of a ride. As I said, I've got the bike set up pretty well how I want it now. My luggage and the towers and the fuel range, all that sort of, I'm very happy with the bike. And make no mistake, it is a good bike. The question is it comfortable enough? Is it a bike that you can go touring on, as compared to say a T7, an F800, or you know, even some of the bigger bikes, the Africa Twins, or the 1190s and those sorts of bikes. Certainly don't intend to get one of those bikes. One of my big things is I still want to be able to ride them off-road, and I want to be able to pick them up myself. So I love riding by myself. But anyway, guys, that was what today was about. I live about an hour and a half that way, so I'm going to keep going. It's 6 o'clock now, sort of 6:30 now, so I better get home and have some tea and get ready for work in the morning. It is a school night, so it's Sunday night, so yeah, we'll get ready for work in the morning. But overall, it's been a pretty good, successful ride. I'm not too proppy at all today, so yeah, I think it's gonna work out well. So anyway, guys, we'll wrap it up there, and we'll hope to see you out in the trail soon. Well, it's getting quite late. Sun's starting to get a little bit low, so we'll head for home. About an hour and a half that way. I've got to say, riding on a motocross track was an epic fail. But at least I can say I did it. I'll just exit here somewhere. Oh jeez, that's heavy. Oh, look at the bloody gutters here. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, there's cars actually been on here. Have a look at that. Anyway, we'll head for home. Note to self: never take the 690 to a motocross track again. Epic fail.